whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Taco Bell Arena at Boise State University. I'm KJ Mack, your Taco Bell Arena announcer. It's time now to meet tonight's starters, brought to you by Source One, Boise Plus Staffing Technology for Business. First of all, from the visitors from Provo, Utah, bringing the young Cougars who come into the game with a 3-1 record. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Gilbert, Arizona, number 13, Austin Ames. At another guard, a 6'6" senior from McGrath, Alberta, number 23, Jimmy Balderson. At guard, a 6'6" sophomore from Mesa, Arizona, number 30, Lee Kamar. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Beaumont, Texas, number 3, Keena Young. And at center for the Cougars, a 6'11" sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, number 44, Trent Wasted. Head coach for the Cougars is Dave Rose.
Good evening once again, Paul J. and Larry. Boise State 1-3 on the season, looking back to break this 2-game losing streak, and they want to do it against the Brigham Young University Cougars, a team that is 3-1. Time for your blue and orange store starting lineup. 2,300 square feet of Bronco heaven in the Boise Town Square Mall next to Pro Image. What color is your world? Well, you've heard it in the pregame show. Some changes for Boise State. At guard, Eric Lane, a 6'1" senior from Los Angeles, averaging 9.8 points and 1.8 rebounds a game. His running mate from Mequon, Wisconsin, Kobe Carl, a 6'5" senior, averaging 12.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. At the small forward is Tyler Tiedemann, a 6'7" junior from Santa Rosa, California. Tiedemann averaging 6.5 points and 2 rebounds a game. The center, number 22, Matt Nelson, actually a forward. Nelson, a 6'9" junior from Issaquah, Washington, averaging 14 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. And Reggie Larry breaks into the starting lineup tonight. The 6'6", 222-pound junior out of Newark, New Jersey, from the College of Southern Idaho. Larry averaging 10.5 points and 6.5 rebounds a game. For the Brigham Young University Cougars, at guard, Austin Ames, a 6'2" senior, 7.5 points, a rebound and a half a game. He is shooting 69% from three-point range. Jimmy Balderson, a 6'6" senior out of Canada, will be the other guard, averaging 10.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. And Lee Cummard, who is a 6'6" sophomore, has really made a difference this year, averaging 9.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Keena Young is the power forward, a 6'6" senior, 15.8 points a game and 6 rebounds a game. And Trent Plasted, the big 6'11" sophomore, as Larry said, trouble with injuries, averaging 9.5 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. Should be an interesting game. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Playsted's got a little bit of that sophomore jinx going on, I guess. He was the Mountain West Conference Freshman of the Year last year and has had some leg troubles this year, so hopefully he's ready to go tonight. I'm sure the Broncos don't care one way or the other.
The Broncos coached by Greg Graham. He is 67 and 61 here at Boise State. Dave Rose coaches BYU. He is 23-10 in a little more than a year at Brigham Young University.
Our opening tip tonight brought to you by Syringa Bank. Expertise, integrity, and value. Syringa Bank.
All right, we are ready to go. Trent placed it. He looks like he's gained maybe at least 10 pounds from last year. He looks a lot thicker. He was pretty thin last year. He also looks a lot taller than Matt Nelson, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Playsted's definitely been in the weight room. You can see a little upper body development. He was just a skinny little skeleton guy last year.
He will jump it up against Reggie Larry. Larry, although shorter than Nelson by about 3 inches, can outjump everybody on this Boise State team. And we're ready to go. Placed it against Larry. The tip controlled by BYU. Kenny Young takes it. And you can hear the fans going, "You," which is what they do at BYU. Ainge fires it in the corner, down low to placed it. Kicks it back out. Cummered with a jumper from the wing. No good. They missed the first shot. Rebound, Reggie Larry.
Reggie Larry alert on those defensive boards already tonight. First shot, first rebound.
Larry up court to Carl. They dump it down low now to Matt Nelson. Drives inside on placed it. Can't shoot. Kicks it out in the right-hand corner to Eric Lane. Out to Tiedemann. Wide open three. Air ball. And Tiedemann claims his arm was hit by the defender, which is Balderson. Down low they go to Plaisted. Fast break and good defense by Boise State. Plaisted nails it anyway right over Matt Nelson.
Turnaround left-handed jumper about 4 feet from the basket. That's a wicked shot for a guy that big to be able to put over the top of Matt Nelson.
Kobe Carl into forecourt for Boise State. The thing is, can't let him catch the ball there. Not that close to the basket. Bounce pass to Tiedemann. Nice feed inside. Nelson goes to the hoop. Scores for Boise State. Overplaced it.
Boy, and he got kind of hit on the arm, too. It looked like when he was going up, that very easily could have been called a foul, but it was not.
Balderson with the basketball over to Ainge. Almost called him Danny. It's Austin Ainge, Danny's son, over to Balderson. We have the son of an NBA coach and the son of an NBA general manager here tonight. Beautiful spin move by Plaisted. Lays it in easily.
Well, Plaisted showed you some incredible footwork for a guy 6'11". What a great pivot move to get to the basket.
And we can see right away that Plaisted, who killed the Broncos last year, seems to be on his game early tonight. Nelson going right at Plaisted. Shot no good, too long. Rebound run down by Eric Lane in the corner. Well, takes it out to Carl.
Matt Nelson kept it alive, and Eric Lane tracked it down. Good hustle by Nelson.
They lob it underneath to Nelson. Nelly looked like he had a shot. Kicks it out to Lane at three-point range. Placed it already with his presence bothering Matt Nelson.
Well, a good patience by Eric Lane there. He didn't jack up the three. He had a bit of an opening. Wasn't a clearly open shot, and he held up.
Boy, bad pass by Lane. Knocked out of bounds by Balderson.
Yeah, Balderson really overplayed that passing lane that time on Tiedemann, but the Broncos will inbound.
Boise State 1 of 3 shooting. BYU 2 of 3 here early. Inbounds pass to Lane. Ainge does not come out on him. 7 on the shot clock. He goes to work. Has the screen, fires over to Carl, jumper, no, off the side of the rim, rebound, out of bounds to Brigham Young.
Well, Kobe had to bail the Broncos out that time. He got it and had to fire it. There was only 1 tick left on that 35-second clock.
Austin Ainge into forecourt, pass to Cumard, drops it off to Kenny Young, Young back to Ainge, Ainge outside to Balderson. Balderson to Young, Young against Reggie Larry, man-to-man defense by Boise State, placed it. And the low post going to work against Nelson, lays it up, not good. Rebound, Reggie Larry, and he throws it away. Threw it right at the back of Eric Lane, who didn't turn and look. And that's like, you don't know whose fault that was, whether it was a quarterback or the wide receiver.
Well, Reggie Larry was trying to get the outlet pass to Eric Lane. He was streaking up the right side of the court, but Kobe Carl was calling for the ball.
BYU back in the half-court offense. Cumard throws it off of Balderson, but it was hit by Tyler Tiedemann.
Yeah, Tiedemann just reached in, got a little piece of that ball, and Balderson got his hands back before he touched it.
Inbounds pass, Kenny Young with it to Balderson right in front of us. Balderson against Tiedemann. Pass over to Ainge. Ainge looks inside, nothing going, kicks it out to Balderson. A long three, in and out, no good. Rebound. Matt Nelson took it away from Plaisted.
Took it away because he had great rebounding position. He was totally in a box-out position.
Broncos underneath. Reggie Larry going to work inside. Great off-balance jumper goes by Reggie Larry.
Boy, any more off-balance, Paul J., and he's going to be falling into the first row of the seats. That was an amazing shot underneath the basket.
Ainge fires underneath to Young. Young jumps it up. No, too long. Rebound. Larry, that's his third already. Up court to Kobe. Kobe in the corner to Tiedemann. Drives down inside. He's fouled. Placed it, I believe. That'll be one on the big guy. First foul on BYU. First foul on Trent Plaisted. Tied at 4 early. Both teams a little cold from the floor.
Good quick move by Tyler Tiedemann, though, down the baseline. Got by his man. Plaisted had to come over and help, and he just reached in and hacked tight Tiedemann.
No comfort zone there. Boy, Balderson put his arm on Tiedemann. Tiedemann slapped him away. Reggie Larry drives. Leap and leaner is good. Reggie.
How about that elevation by Reggie Larry? He got that ball in, went right over the top of the 6'11 center.
6-4, Boise State placed that. Kicks it outside to Balderson. Balderson on the wing to Cummert. Looks inside, nothing there. Pass to Keeney Young, jumper in the lane, right over Larry, not good. Larry bothered him, and the rebound to Matt Nelson. Here comes Boise State. Ooh, pass down low to Reggie Larry, low post, left-hand side, going to work on Keeney Young. Larry kicks it out. Wide open jump shot, 3, in and out, no good by Eric Lane. Rebound BYU. Into forecourt, Young with the ball to Cummard. BYU look a little tired, do you? Pass over to Ainge. They got a lot of depth, though. Ainge holds on to the ball, fires it off to Cummard. The ball knocked away by Eric Lane. Balderson in the corner, drives inside, stolen, knocked away by Reggie Larry, and out of bounds.
Reggie Larry, great anticipation that time as he came streaking across the key diagonally and stripped that ball away from the driving Cougar. That was impressive.
Think you might be seeing the birth of a star here tonight. 15:29 on the clock. This is a long time out.
This is a full.
6-4, Boise State will be back on the Broncos Sports Network.
Trying to win some food money. He has 30 seconds to make as many baskets as physically possible. Every layup is worth a Superstar hamburger from Carl's Jr. Free throw is worth $5 in Blippy Bucks. Three-pointers worth $25 to Chicago Connection. Chris, are you ready? On your mark, get set, and go. All right, there's the Carl Jr.'s. A little free throw action. Count that. That's worth $5 in Blippy Bucks. $25, yeah! $25 gift certificate to Chicago Connection. 2, that's $50. You've got 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, congratulations, $50 from Chicago Connection, $5 in Blippy Bucks, and a Superstar hamburger from Carl's Jr. BYU ball.
BYU has not scored in almost 3 minutes, actually 3 minutes and 7 seconds since their last basket, so Boise State doing a good job defensively here. Inbounds pass, placed it with it against Matt Nelson, dumps it off to Ainge. Ainge down low to Keeney Young. Young, pump fake, nice move, little drop step, up and in.
Well, that's their leading scorer. Keeney Young averaging almost 16 points a game. Very athletic senior in the middle there.
Tied at 6. Eric Lane with a basketball, looks for Larry, can't get him. Man-to-man defense by BYU. Pass over to Tyler Tiedemann in the corner. Tiedemann penetrates, picks up the ball, pass to Lane. Lane to Kobe Carl, jumps it up, good. Three-pointer. Good shot by Kobe under a little bit of pressure.
He did have a hand in his face, but he did a great job of getting squared up to the basket. Took time, got his release point.
Cummard to place it back outside to Balderson, and he hits a 3 to tie it up. Jimmy Balderson. Balderson really hurt the Broncos last year. He's averaging 10.5 points this year.
Yeah, you don't want to get him warmed up from three-point land. He's only shooting 27%, I believe, from there right now. Don't want to get him all fired up.
Tiedemann with the basketball, looks inside, left-hand dribble. Tied at 9. Oh, beautiful feed for the layup by Eric Lane. What a great pass.
Well, how did Eric Lane get that wide open on the baseline? He just left his defenders in the dust.
He backdoored him. That was great. Young with the basketball to Balderson. Over to Ainge now on the wing to Cummard at the head of the lane. Over to Young. Young to Balderson. The pass knocked away. Picked up by Balderson. Picked up by Keeney Young. Dumps it out to Cummard. Shot is good. Three-pointer.
Lee Cummard, a 42% shooter from three-point range.
That an unfortunate turn of events for the Broncos. They knocked the ball away twice. They almost stole it, and then Cummard was over all by himself, hanging out, waiting for the garbage to come out to him.
Eric Lane with a basketball to Tyler Tiedemann. Drives inside, pump fake, caught in the lane, almost walked, finds Kobe in the corner for three.
Kobe's got that one dialed up, doesn't he? That was a quick release. That was not get your shoulders squared up. That was just shoot, rock, fire, and it goes in.
Broncos now 2 out of 5 from three-point range, both by Mr. Carl. Boise State 14-12. Jump shot, Cummard again. This one's too long. Placed it over the back. Picks up his second foul.
Big foul at the 13:20 mark in this ball game. Paul, our first half brought to you by Access Heating and Air Conditioning. Your access to total comfort, locally owned and operated.
Ivanovic comes in now for BYU, replacing Plaisted, and in Ivanovic they get a 6'10 junior who is shooting 39%. Take out the sophomore who is shooting 57.
Ivanovic, a junior from Serbia.
Kurt Cunningham pass down low to Kobe Carl. Shot not good. He got the tip up and in.
Oh, what a great tip, too. He missed the first shot, kind of a twisting running shot that didn't go in, but he went right straight back up after it tipped it in.
Broncos with their biggest lead, 16-12. Keeney Young going to work inside, a little fadeaway, in and out, no good. Rebound, Kobe Carl. Carl up court to Kenny Wilson, who's also in the game. The Broncos showing their depth here. Wilson over to Carl, zips it over to Eric Lane. Lane drives inside, beautiful move. Shot is not good, but he was fouled hard. Foul is on Keena Young. That is his first third-team foul against BYU. No fouls against BSU yet.
What a great ball fake by Eric Lane going down the baseline. And he got the big guys, Keena Young, up in the air, 6'6" forward, and he could not.
Eric Lane now 3 of 10 from the free throw line. The first one is like 13 feet, barely hit the front of the rim.
Yeah, just not much confidence up there, is there, Paul?
That's all what it is. He misses the second one as well. 3 of 11, which is like 22% from three-point range.
If you go up there thinking even remotely about missing, you're probably going to miss.
Yep. BYU basketball. Sam Burgess now in the game. Plays quite a bit for the Y. Ivanovic goes to work inside. Kicks it back out to Cummard. Cummard down to Keena Young. Young going to work against Reggie Larry. Oh, he faked him out of his shoes and lays it in. Nice play by Keena Young.
3 different pivot moves on that play by Keena Young. Finally, he got Larry to bite and beat him to the basket.
Yeah, the minute he bit, he was by him and laying it in. Kurt Cunningham down low against Ivanovic. Goes to work inside. Ivanovic had to foul him or he had the layup.
Well, that was a pretty nice quick move there by Cunningham. We're going to get a timeout on the court.
11:56 left to go. Boise State with a 2-point lead. Math never strong in the Schneider household. 16-14 BSU. We'll be back on the Broncos Sports Network.
If you are the winner, come on down to the scores table to get your coupons.
About 10 seconds. Drop it like top, drop it like top, drop it like top. Walk it like top, walk it like top, walk it like top. Drop it like top, drop it like top, drop it like top. Walk it like top, walk it like top, walk it like
minutes could save you 15% on your car insurance. Visit them at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. All right, Boise State with Eric Lane, Kenny Wilson, Kurt Cunningham, Reggie Larry, and Kobe Carl in the basketball game. Inbounds pass Better hurry there, Cope. Gets it into Kenny Wilson, right-hand corner. Wilson looks inside to Cunningham. Goes with a left-hand dribble. Wilson being guarded, now kicks it outside to Eric Lane with 25 on the shot clock. Broncos up 2. Lane straight away. Double high post, pass on the right post to Cunningham. Looks inside, gets it into Carl. Forces it up, almost went in and out, no good. Young with a rebound for BYU.
He really tried to force it up between 2 defenders, and he just could not get it onto the glass where he wanted it, but he steals that ball.
Stolen by Carl. Broncos with a 2-on-1 break, and Eric Lane misses the layup. Knocked away by Reggie Larry in backcourt. Cunningham dives on the floor and calls timeout. Oh, my. Boise State possession, as they don't give him the timeout. He got what he wanted anyway, the ball.
Well, Cunningham a little shaken up on that play.
Good hustle, though.
Fell on top of the ball. Might have knocked the wind out of himself, but he's back up and ready to roll.
Inbounds pass to Kenny Wilson. Wilson outside to Carl. Drives in the lane. Lays it up off the side. No good. Rebound taken down by Ivanovic of BYU. Off to Burgess. Burgess outside to Broadus. To Ivanovic. Kicks it over to Cummert. Down low to Ivanovic. Going to work on Cunningham, and Kurt fouls him.
Well, a guy came into him chest high. Cunningham bumped him back. Good, what I thought was legitimate contact, but maybe a little bit too much of a bump there by the big sophomore.
Pretty good foul, though, because he made the shot. Seth Robinson now in, along with Nelson, as Reggie Larry and Kurt Cunningham come out for Boise State.
Anthony Thomas also checking in for the Broncos.
Bounce pass with a basketball. That is Sam Burgess. Outside to Cummard. Over to Broadus. Broadus drives inside very quick. Almost traveled with it. Kick it down to Ivanovic. Jumper not good. Rebound Kobe Carl. Broncos up 2 with 10.5 minutes left.
Last 2 times offensively, Broncos and Kobe Carl in particular forcing the ball up a little bit and out of control.
Broncos need to relax. Broncos with a single low post there. Now coming out to the high post. Matt Nelson catches the ball, drives right by Ivanovic and lays it in.
Ivanovic could not stay with Matt Nelson, and that high post move may be what Matt Nelson's going to want to do against Ivanovic.
Yeah, he's a little slower of foot than placed it. Broadus with a basketball against Anthony Thomas. Throws it away. Good defense by AT. Sporting a brand new, very close haircut tonight.
Very close, like Michael Jordan close.
Yep. Now Matt Boucher comes in for Boise State. And Kobe Carl sits down. Broncos up 4 with 10 minutes left. High post pass, Nelly. Can't get inside. Fires in the corner to Kenny Wilson. Wilson penetrates. Knocked away. Kicks it outside to Anthony Thomas. To Wilson for a long 3. Good. Kenny Wilson. That'll help that 12% from three-point range shooting.
He loves to shoot from the top of the key and from the corners.
Oh, almost a steal by Kenny Wilson. Cummard kicks it over to Burgess. Broncos with their biggest lead, 5. Young with it, head of the lane to Cummard. Drives down, jump shot, looks long, is. Rebound, Matt Nelson. Nelson up court to Anthony Thomas. Thomas into forecourt. Surveys the field. Pass to Boucher. Nice screen by Nelson. Nelson sets up at the low post. They get it to Wilson.
Got a little height advantage on Keeney Young down there. 6'9" versus 6'6".
Young can jump, though. Pass to Boucher. Boucher. Pass over to Robinson. Robinson to Wilson. They put him on there, didn't they? Because Ivanovic is too slow for him.
Got to be.
Yep.
Only reason they'd make that move.
There's the lob. They lob it inside, and the shot missed by Boise State. Now rebound taken down by Ivanovic. Boy, I tell you what, Anthony Thomas got away with a foul. Pass to Broadus. Broadus over to Sam Burgess. Burgess to Cummard. Knocks it down inside. Ivanovic, and he's fouled by Seth Robinson.
Seth got caught reaching in a little bit that time. Got the defender in back of the offensive guy reaching around. Never going to get that call.
Good follow. It's been almost 4 minutes now since BYU has scored. Here comes a guy, Mr. on the cover of the press book, Fernando Malaman comes in, the Brazilian. He hasn't played that much this year. Comes the inbounds pass to Malaman. He can shoot the 3. Very international type player. Pass goes over to Broadus. Dump it down low. Ivanovic out to Broadus. Off-balance jumper way long. Rebound. Anthony Thomas. Broncos with a 3-on-3 break. And Kenny Wilson fouled hard as he goes up to lay it up. It looks like Kamard got him from behind.
Well, that was a great pass by the young freshman. How about that pass? Hitting Kenny Wilson on the fly, right on stride. Defenders reacted quickly, though, and Wilson couldn't get the shot up. He had to try to reverse it and got fouled while he did it.
Lee Kamard's first foul. Kenny Wilson at the free throw line. Free throw good. K-Dub has not missed a free throw this year. Has 4 points. Kurt Cunningham comes in for Boise State. And Matt Nelson coming out.
And they bring the big Playstad back in for Brigham Young, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. Playstad on the young sophomore.
Playstad very quick. Yeah, but Playstad's a young sophomore too.
Young sophomore that was the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year last year.
A little difference there, huh?
A little bit.
And a forecourt. Tavernari with a basketball off the bench for BYU. Has it at the head of the lane. Boy, he just walked. He just walked, but nobody saw him. He did it so casually.
Shuffled his feet.
Broadus.
He did it again. He just chopped his feet again.
Over to Tavernari to Kamard. Inside to Malaman, who's in the lane, out to Talavar. Whoa, that's what he can do, huh?
No kid.
Tavernari hits a long three. 23-17. The Broncos had a 9-point lead there momentarily.
He's not the Brazilian we were talking about, but
That's
that was another Brazilian.
Driving inside, Seth Robinson. High post pass to Cunningham. Pump fake by Kurt. Kicks it outside to Wilson. Back over to Thomas. AT puts it on the floor. Pass to Matt Boucher. Boucher drives around, placed it. Wu almost threw it away. Nice catch by Kenny Wilson. Out to Thomas. Long three. Nope. Just a hair long. Rebound to Broadus. I don't think they want Anthony Thomas shooting the three, although he almost made it.
Well, he got a little panicked on the shot clock. There were still about 5 left. He didn't have to put that up, but I think he panicked just a smidgen.
Ivanovic with a basketball over to Tavernari. To Broadus. Broadus with a pump fake. Tries to go inside. Throws a little stiff arm, but it doesn't deter Anthony Thomas from Bulldog defense. Down low to Playstad. Out to Kamard. Oh, nice pass. Molleman. Shot is blocked by Robinson. And Molleman got it back because Cunningham took it away. Shot by Playstad's an air ball. And the Broncos have it. What a great recovery by Seth Robinson.
Yeah, nice little defensive play there. Then he got the rebound, and Cunningham came over and knocked it away from him.
And then Playstad was so freaked out at seeing the ball in his hands, he shot a 5-footer about 3. 6:46 left to go first half. Broncos playing well. They lead it 23-17 on the All-State Broncos Sports Network. Once again, boy, South Dakota State ahead of Utah State 43-40. Nevada now up 10 on Louisiana Lafayette. Southern Illinois whomping Louisiana Tech. Other games later tonight. Kobe Carl with a basketball back in along with Reggie Larry. Broncos with their starting lineup back in. Eric Lane passed to Larry. Over to Carl. Nice pump fake. Molleman tried to block a shot that never came. E backs it out. Good defense by Ainge. Pass over to Tiedemann. 6 on the shot clock. Pump fake by Carl. Drives the baseline. Floater short. Rebound Molleman. Molleman pass up court to Ainge. There's Talavari with a long shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Tiedemann of Boise State. I think he threw that past the lane. Carl underneath to Reggie Larry. Larry jumper, in and out, no good. Tipped up and in by Nelson.
Again, Matt Nelson with the presence to stay after the ball. After 2 different tips, he finally got the ball back up off the glass and got it to roll in.
Ainge with a pass to Talavari, over to Ainge. Back to Malaman. Malaman dumps it off to Broadus. Broadus looks inside for Plaisted, gets it down to him, low post. Moves inside, shot is blocked by Nelson. He got the rebound. Good play by Nelly.
Well, Plaisted tried to come back across his body with that left-handed shot, and he got it stuffed right back in his face, and Elaine turns it over.
Boy, that's a bad turnover for Boise State. They had numbers. Elaine shuffled his feet. Bronco lead is 8 on BYU.
A good reaction by Nelson on the defensive end there. He knew Plaisted's a left-hander. He was going to his right. He knows he's got to bring the ball back unless he's going to try a 4-foot hook shot with his right hand, and he did not.
No, he'll be a pro when he can do that. Broadus with the basketball right in front of our KBOI Sports microphone. Pass over to Ainge. Ainge dumps it off. Balderson backs it out, can't shoot. Over to Ainge to Broadus. Broncos in a man-to-man. Broadus almost carries the ball. Fires inside to Keeney Young. Spin move to Larry, and he traveled. Yeah, Reggie Larry thought, A, they call a foul on me. B, I hope it's a jump ball. C, okay, I'll take it travel.
Well, that time Keeney Young, he's pretty good at that pivot move, but you can't pivot off both feet without dribbling, and he managed to do that.
8-point Bronco lead with 4:53 left to go. A surprisingly low-scoring first half. Long three is good by Tiedemann. Tyler Tiedemann. Bronco lead is 11, 28-17. Boise State up 11. Ainge with the basketball. Pass goes over to Balderson. Back outside to Ainge to Keeney Young. Young looks inside, finds Broadus. Nice defense by Tiedemann. Balderson for 3, good. They got a lot of shooters, and Balderson is one of them. 28-20, Bronco lead down to 8. Eric Lane with the basketball. Lane moves to the head of the lane. Pass over to Tiedemann. To Carl now, right-hand wing in the corner to Tyler. Ooh, he's cut off by Plaisted. To Reggie Larry. Short jumper, good by Reggie.
Reggie Larry showing you a little touch there. Most of his baskets come from right under the basket.
Nice steal by Lane. Yeah, a little soft 10-foot jumper. They say that's a harder shot in basketball, a 10-footer. And a lost art. Beautiful feed underneath. Larry is fouled. That's 3 on Plaisted. He's fouled as he goes up. Beautiful feed inside by Kobe Carl. And Plaisted picks up his 3rd foul and is in big trouble with 3:47 left to go in the first half.
Well, that was just a incredible pass to get that play started. And it was just heads-up play by the Broncos and a bonehead play by Plaisted. That was a bad foul.
3:47 left to go. 30-20 Boise State. We'll be back on the Broncos Sports Network.
4-7-3, 3494. That is your ticket. Ticket to Lobby 1 to collect your prizes. 7-3-3494.
Sports Network. All Boise State basketball games are streamed live and archived at www.670kboi.com, powered by FiberPipe.
Undefeated Oregon has beaten 23rd ranked Georgetown 57-50 at Georgetown tonight. Connecticut rolls over Sacred Heart Pittsburgh, number 3, blasted Robert Morris tonight.
I hate it when Robert Morris gets blasted.
Yeah, me too. Doesn't know how to act.
Very uncivil.
Reggie Larry at the free throw line, 50% shooter. Reggie with 6 points tonight. Broncos doing a good job defensively on BYU as they only have 36% shooting. Free throw way off the mark by Reggie Larry. Broncos tonight 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And it's guard shooting too, except for Reggie. Second free throw, palms it up and in. 7 points for Larry. Broncos leading scorer Kobe Carl, who had like an 8-point flurry in about a minute. Kamard with a basketball over to Ainge. Whoa, a long 3 by Ainge. Not good. Rebound, Reggie Larry. Takes it away from Young. Long down court pass to Tiedemann. Shoots on the run. In and out, no good. Rebound, Ainge. Might have rushed that one a little bit.
Well, he had an open look. I don't know why he shot it, but he was real quick to get that ball off.
Malaman just shoved down Boise State's Kobe Carl. Balderson with a move inside, cut off beautifully by Lane. Kamard with a basketball. Nice feed underneath the Malaman. Missed the layup, though. Rebound taken down by Matt Nelson.
Malaman couldn't believe he was that wide open. He just kind of spun around and crammed it off the board. Didn't go.
Tiedemann with it in the corner to Reggie Larry. Pump faking Malaman. He can drive in on him. He goes right by him. Jumper off the glass is no good. They call an offensive foul on Reggie Larry against Keeney Young. Whoa. First foul on Reggie for a third-team foul against Boise State. I tell you what, that was weird. Comes the inbounds pass. Inbounds pass to Ainge. Ainge to Balderson. Balderson to Kamard. Kamard with a pass back over to Ainge. Ainge to Kamard to Taverneri. Taverneri inside. BYU working the ball in this half-court offense. They dump it down low to Young against Matt Nelson. Young, shot no good. He threw it away to Tumavari. And the rebound taken down by Reggie Larry in the corner for Boise State. Up court to Lane. Lane to Carl. Back to E at the head of the lane now. 2:17 left to go. The Bronco lead is 11, 31-20. Eric, beautiful feed inside the Nelson. Shot up and in. Great feed by Eric Lane.
They did the lob pass routine that time. Took it right over the top of the defense. Great position by Nelson. Plenty of room to catch and shoot.
Yeah, when Malaman fronts him, there's nothing they can do. Kamard with a basketball. Taverneri down in the corner to Balderson. Underneath to Young. Goes to work again. Pump fake. Great defense by Nelson. And Nelly finally called for a foul. A basket will count, and a foul on Matt Nelson.
Well, he's really cleared out with that left arm, and Matt Nelson had good position. Went up and tried to block the shot, but they got a foul, and he made the bucket.
33-22, and Young will shoot the free throw. That's only the 9th basket for BYU here in the first half. Seth Robinson in for Boise State, replacing a tiring Reggie Larry. Free throw, not good. Rebound, Nelson. Clears it off to Kobe Carl up into forecourt. 5 rebounds.
5 or 6. Larry's got the same.
There's a pass dumped down low. Nelson kicks it out to Robinson. No-look pass in the corner to Carl for a long 3 is good.
Well, Kobe is just money from the corner tonight. That's his third 3 that he's hit. 2 of them from that same corner.
3 out of 4 from the three-point line. Bronco lead is 14, 36-22.
Broncos 5 of 9 from the three-point line already in this first half.
Tavernari with a basketball down low to Young, going to work again inside. They kick it back out. Kamard drives inside. Shot is not good. Rebound. Nelson, boy, he's playing like a stud. Took it away from Kenny Young. Foul on Kamard. And BYU's tired, Larry.
Yeah, they do look tired. You mentioned it a little earlier, and they do look sluggish. They look a little fatigued.
They're getting some fatigue fouls now, and Kamard especially looks tired as he grabbed Seth Robinson down low, and then when they went the other way, he got called for the foul. 59 seconds left to go. All right, we can say it now, I guess. Only 3 turnovers so far in the first half for Boise State.
Yeah, very impressive, and also shooting 52% from the field. The Cougars, on the other hand, only 33% from the field. They only have 4 turnovers also, so it's been a very low turnover game. But how about the rebounding edge the Broncos have right now? 21-11.
That's the big key to the ball game for Boise State. Is the rebounding, and at last count, well, they had 5 offensive rebounds against only 1 offensive board by BYU.
Well, very impressive outing so far. Reggie Larry with 6 rebounds. Matt Nelson with 7. You wonder why they lead in rebounds. You can chalk it up to those 2 guys right there.
Yep, 3 for Kobe. Leading rebounder for BYU. A couple of guys with 2.
Well, 3 rebounds, but those big 3 3-pointers. The most important stat Kobe Carroll's got on his line right now.
Kyle at the free throw line, shooting well from the line this year, 85%. Free throw up, good. 12th point for Kobe. And the Broncos have their biggest lead, 15 now, 37-22. Second free throw, also good. 38-22, all Boise State here early, lead it by 16. Burgess with a basketball. Dumps it down low. Ivanovic out to Balderson. Long 3 is good, Jimmy Balderson. He has 3 threes.
He likes to shoot in this facility, doesn't he?
He does. 3 of 4 from 3-point range for Balderson. That takes a big dent out of that Broncos 16-point lead, knocks it down to 13. Nice dribble job by Eric Lane, leaves it off for Robinson. Long 3, in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound. Nice feed to Tiedemann, and they'll want to bring it out for the last shot.
Yeah, Greg Graham screaming to bring that ball out. They get Broncos. Seth Robinson got the rebound on the long board, and Broncos going to take the last one.
Lane with a basketball, 13 seconds, 12-11. Ainge comes out, and the Broncos start the offense. Pass to Robinson. A little screen there, give and go. Robbie with a short jumper, goes. Nice. Seth Robinson's first basket. Bronco lead 40-25, and that'll do it for the first half. Boise State, very impressive in the opening half tonight, and the crowd loves it.
Well, I didn't think when you first said that you thought the BYU team looked a little tired. I didn't see it, but I saw it the second time you mentioned it. They're just a little bit sluggish, and the Broncos look very quick, and what an effort they're getting on the boards from Matt Nelson and Reggie Larry. It has just been impressive.
BYU's been the team at home. Boise State's been the team that's been on the road. Amazing. All right, 40-25, our halftime score. We'll be back with halftime stats and color after these words on the Broncos Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, for part of your halftime entertainment, would you please welcome the Harvey D. Mainline Dancers under the direction of Julie Stevens.
again, it is halftime and time for our Banner Bank halftime guest interview. Look to Banner Bank for great customer service and better banking solutions. You can find them in the stands cheering on the Broncos. For a location near you, call 1-800-272-9933 or visit bannerbank.com. Jared Zabransky talked to them a little bit earlier today. Asked him if the team was going to get together as a team and watch that Big 12 championship game on Saturday.
We haven't really talked about that yet. It's interesting you bring that up because I haven't given that much thought, but that would be pretty cool. You know, I think both those teams are going to be very good opponents for us. You know, I definitely want the better team. So,
what do you know about Oklahoma, Nebraska? Anything?
I know they both have you know, real good size. You know, that conference is known for its size and its athleticism. You know, you obviously know about Adrian Peterson. It'd be fun to see him out there, but you know, I know that they've both probably not had quite the years that they've wanted to. You know, Nebraska's on a rebuild, and they've done a great job in doing so. They got a good quarterback and that understands their system and what they want to get done with it, and you know, they're both very viable opponents for us.
Bob Stoops is pretty well known for his defenses, so I guess that would be a pretty good challenge for the offense, huh?
Yeah, it would. You know, we got a pretty tough defense here that we see every day, so you know, I can't really say that we've seen one that has been as tough as ours yet. But you know, Bob Stoops' defense probably kind of fit that mold, and it'd be fun to go out and you know, put on the real uniform and see if we can put some points up against them.
Everybody talks about the speed in that conference, and they always say, well, the one thing you can't practice against is speed. Do you think they're that much faster? And if they are, how do you get ready to play them?
That much faster than us? You know, I really don't think there's too many teams in the country that are that much faster than us. You know, that's kind of our advantage when we go play teams, because we may not have the superior size, but our athleticism and speed definitely fits the mold with anybody. You know, you just practice against speed, and our defense is extremely fast. And you just have to play at a very high level when you're practicing and get used to playing at that level.
That's Jared Zabransky, a very confident guy, kind of relaxed. You know, there's no game this weekend. They can get together and watch the game, and then on Sunday they'll be here at Taco Bell Arena to watch the announcements on TV of who plays who, where, at what time, and
that's a great idea.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, and you know, I wonder if Fox is going to make arrangements to have somebody here to have this thing up on a satellite. Maybe take a little shot at the Taco Bell Arena while this is going on.
They should.
I would hope they do so, because this place is going to be rocking. I got a feeling this place will be very crowded. And I hate to say this, it might be more crowded than it is right now.
Yeah, it might be. It might be indeed. Halftime score, the people that came out tonight are seeing a good one, though, for Boise State. The Broncos 40, BYU 25. You're listening to the Paul's Market halftime report. Our halftime score, 40-25 Boise State. At Paul's Market's the home of great donuts. We'll be back.
All right, we have more gifts to give away in the second half. Right now, let's bring back the Harvey Neat main line dancers.
Market halftime report, where the halftime score is Boise State 40, the Brigham Young University Cougars 25. Here at the Taco Bell Arena, Paul's Market, the home of great donuts. Hey, Bronco fans, you want to gear up in the best selection of BSU gear at the Blue and Orange store in the Boise Town Square Mall? Well, the Blue and Orange store has the largest selection of BSU merchandise anywhere. See new Nike gear, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jerseys, and hats. Everything for the tailgate, including tents, coolers, chairs, and flags. You can get it all. The Blue and Orange store has a huge selection of women's, kids, and baby merchandise, too. The Blue and Orange store, upper level of the mall, near Pro Image and Dillard's, or online at theblueandorangestore.com. Great place to go get your Bronco gear for the big game on January 1st. I still pinch myself sometimes believing that this is actually happening and taking place, but it is reality, and congratulations to that football team. Very impressive performance all year long, and a dominating performance on Saturday afternoon that warms the heart of all Bronco fans out there. Time now for our Debt Reduction Services halftime stats. Debt Reduction Services, when your numbers need to be reduced, get help from the experts at Debt Reduction Services. Well, looking at the BYU end of the tape, pretty gruesome for them in that first half with only 25 points. But the big stat for them, out-rebounded and doubled up by the Broncos. Only 11 rebounds in the first half, 22 for the Broncos. Couple of blocks and a couple of steals for the Broncos, too, in that first half. BYU shut out on both ends of that statistic. Looking at the three-point line, 5 of 13 for the Cougars and 5 of 10 for the Broncos, so 10 three-pointers between the two teams, but the Broncos shooting 50% from the three-point line. Broncos 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. Cougars only managing one free throw in that first half, and they missed that free throw. Leading scorers for the Broncos at the half, Kobe Carl with those 3 big three-pointers, 13 points for Mr. Carl tonight in the first half. Matt Nelson with 8, Reggie Larry with 7, Tyler Tiedemann with a big three-point shot, Kenny Wilson chipped in 5, Seth Robinson and Eric Lane round out the scoring with 2. That is your Debt Reduction Services halftime stats. Now let's move to the Taco Bell scoreboard. Taco Bell, think outside the bun. Looking at some scores here in the WAC. In the second half, Louisiana Tech still down by 15 to Southern Illinois, 46-31. The Nevada Wolfpack gaining momentum, 83-70 over Louisiana Lafayette. And Utah State coming back a little bit, 56-50 against South Dakota State. That game also in the second half tonight. Later on tonight, Idaho takes on Washington. Montana State will take on Fresno State. That's your Taco Bell scoreboard. Taco Bell, think outside the bun. It is halftime. You're listening to the Paul's Market halftime report here from Taco Bell Arena. The Broncos of Boise State 40, the Cougars of BYU 25 here on the All-State Broncos Sports Network.
Direct your attention to Bronco Vision first half stats brought to you by What's the Office Equipment. Make sure the next time your business has the need for quality copy, you call What's the Office Equipment 377-1666.
once again 40-25. Boise State on the lead at halftime over Brigham Young. Shooting tells the story. 52% for BSU, 36% for BYU.
You know, you could have told me that the Broncos might lead in rebounding at the half, and I would have said, well, all right, maybe that's kind of a stretch against this team, which is usually a fairly physical BYU team. But to double them up in rebounds, 22-11, I never would have believed that stat.
Yeah, BYU with a +5 in rebounding, 36.8 to 31.8 on the year. Haven't had really the stoutest schedule, though, outside of UCLA, who they lost to.
Well, they're getting a test tonight, and the Broncos are playing loose. They're hitting the three-point shots. They're getting massive rebounding efforts out of Reggie Larry and Matt Nelson. You put those things together, and it works out very well. Well, our Master Rooter fan of the game tonight, how about a guy that's an old Bronco I see sitting over here in the front row, Scott Ledwig, big booster, attorney here in town.
He's
old Bronco basketballer from the 80s.
He cleans up well, doesn't he?
He does. A good-looking guy, and it looks like an attorney, by golly. And he's here courtside tonight. He's our Master Rooter fan of the game. Master of the trade, the most comfortable call you can make. 888-9191, Master Rooter Plumbing.
All right, a couple of finals in the WAC now. Nevada has beaten Louisiana Lafayette 86-74. Utah State has beaten South Dakota State 56-50. But Southern Illinois beats Louisiana Tech 50-36. Later on tonight, you probably said Idaho is at Washington, Hawaii at Santa Clara, San Jose State at St. Mary's, and Montana State at Fresno State.
I got a couple of those, but you got the rest of them.
Keys to the second half.
Well, our Fred Meyer keys to the second half. Support the Broncos all season long with official Bronco gear from Fred Meyer. What's on your list today? Hey, I got something for you.
I got a list of 3.
Do you? Well, go ahead. You give your list of 3. I have 1.
Keep shooting 52%. Keep out rebounding him 2-1, and 3 turnovers a half is okay with me.
We're on the same page. I was going to say duplicate the first half and you'll probably win.
Yep, exactly right.
The second half is brought to you by Capital Educators Federal Credit Union. You won't believe the difference at Capital Educators. Not bigger, just better.
All right, BYU with the ball to start the second half. Ainge moves into forecourt. Pass over to Balderson. That eye looks like it's getting blacker.
Oh, it does. That's nasty looking.
That must have happened today in practice. Kenny Young out to Balderson. Hadn't heard his shooting, though. He's made... Oh, shot is blocked. Beautiful block by Eric
Lane. Fly swatter block.
Pass down court for Boise State. Nelson in the low post kicks it out on the right wing to Tiedemann. Tries to get it inside. The ball knocked away and out of bounds by Ivanovic. Wasted, not starting the second half.
6'10" Ivanovic. They tried to lob over the top of him. That's going to be a tough play.
Be even tougher over Playstead. Inbounds pass, driving Reggie Larry, misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Oh, he is so
Reggie
strong.
Larry.
So strong, so agile, can jump. He has got the whole package.
Balderson in the corner, out to Young. Good ball movement by BYU. Ainge to Balderson, a long 3, not good. Rebound, Nelson calls timeout. Did he get it?
I don't think they're going to give it to him.
No, it's funny how they give it to the other teams, isn't it?
Well, I think they say he jumped up out of bounds and then called timeout.
Might have had a foot out of bounds when he made the jump. Inbounds pass to Kenny Young. Young to Ivanovic. Knocks it off to Ainge. Ainge on the right-hand side of the court. Dumps it down low to Young. Knocked away. Stolen. Kobe Carl comes up with it. Carl to Eric. Lane back outside to Kobe Carl. Carl moves toward the center of the court. Broncos double high post. Left post is Nelson. Got away with a walk. Drives inside, and they call the second walk.
Got away with the first one. Didn't get away with the second one. Actually, maybe it was just a delayed whistle from the first one.
Well, it was really delayed if it was. Long pass to Balderson. Balderson dumps it down low to Ivanovic. Nice spin move. Almost went out of bounds. Shot not good. Rebound knocked away, and it's Boise State's ball. As BYU fighting for it, knocked it out of bounds. Lee Camard knocked it away from Kenny Young.
Yeah, they were fighting for it, but they were fighting with each other for it. They knocked it out of bounds, so the Broncos up 42-25 are going to bring it back down the court.
17-point lead. BYU did not score for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the first half. There's a drive shot good by Kobe Carl, and he's fouled.
Kobe Carl got his shoulder around the defender and just kept on trucking all the way to the basket, drew the foul, somehow got the ball to roll up over the rim and go in.
And he'll go to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3. Kobe, 15 points. Free throw good. Inbounds pass to Ainge. Ainge across the timeline. Pass on the wing to Balderson. Back to Young. Young to Kamard. Over to Ainge. Ainge puts it down. Kamard with it to Young. Good ball movement by BYU, but they don't get anything out of it. Another steal. Great down-court pass, and Tiedemann with a slam dunk. That is your Carl's Jr. slam dunk of the game in your face, and Boise State is pumped up. What a great steal and a great dunk by Tyler Tiedemann. The steal, of course, by Matt Nelson.
Cougars want a timeout. They got to talk this over. They are rattled and they're not sure. And I think they're going to give us a full timeout here, Paul.
First one of the half. We got a full timeout. 18-point lead for the Broncos. 47-25 with 17:56 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to the Allstate Broncos Sports Network.
Rehabilitation Services.
Didn't score BYU for the last 3 minutes of the first half, so it's been 5 minutes plus since BYU has scored. Placed shot is blocked by Reggie Larry. What's the foul?
They're going to call something other than Larry. He didn't make the foul.
Matt Nelson, I think, yep.
He got underneath the shooter, but Reggie Larry came from all the way across the key. You could see him winding up for the jump, and he just swatted that ball out of the air from a 6'11" man.
Yeah, and placed it a very, not a good free throw shooter, but a very good jump shooter, but he makes the free throw. First point in the second half for BYU, and it comes at the 17:42 mark. Hits both free throws. Not bad for a 46% free throw shooter. Boise State grew into forecourt. 20-point lead for the Broncos. Broncos had led.
Eric Lane better, they got him for the 5-second call. He's got to be alert.
Fell asleep.
If you're a bit closely guarded for 5 seconds or more, that's a turnover. And the Broncos turn it over.
Boise State had scored 9 in a row up until the 2 free throws by Placed it. Balderson with the basketball, pass to Broadus. Broadus against Eric Lane. Broncos in a man-to-man. Nice pass inside. Young misses the shot. Tiedemann keeps it alive, bats it over to Carl, and here come the Broncos.
That was a point-blank layup by the Cougars, and they blew it.
Down low to Nelson. Nelson drives inside, drop step, ball knocked away by Placed it, picked up by Nelly, puts it in the hole.
Boy, he was really alert there to pick that ball back up before it went out of bounds and went right up to the basket with it. Nice play by Matt Nelson.
Broncos down low, or the Cougars down low to Placed it, can't shoot, out to Broadus. Broadus spin move in the lane, scoop shot goes, nice shot.
Wow, he brought that one from his shoe tops. That came out of the Converse or the Nikes or whatever he's wearing over there.
Rashawn Broadus, his first basket of the night. Carl with a basketball against Kamard. 16 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Broncos lead 20. That's right, 20.
Well, you do not want to get conservative either, Paul. The way they're playing and as good of rhythm and tempo they have, they've got to keep pushing the ball.
Lane pass outside to Tiedemann. Goes over on the left-hand wing to Kobe. Kobe jump pass to Tiedemann in the corner for 3. He got it. Tyler Tiedemann. Tiedemann celebrating his start with 8 points. In the forecourt, BYU basketball. Placed it outside to Balderson. Takes a two-pointer. Good. Jimmy Balderson with 11. Always seems to hurt the Broncos.
He really does. He is a pure shooter.
Long three by Eric Lane. E for three.
Eric Lane just decided, well, if nobody's going to guard me in the corner, I guess I'll just shoot. And he did, and he made it.
55-31. Bronco lead is 24. And all of a sudden, the team has come together here tonight. Broadus kicks it out to Balderson, over to Keeney Young. Young, almost a travel error by Kamard out to Broadus. Broadus to Balderson. He's the jump shooter, backs out, looking inside, pass to Broadus, almost walked with it, drives inside, scoop shot doesn't go this time.
That's an offensive foul on Broadus. He just bowled his way in.
Out of control. First team foul, first foul on Rashawn Broadus. 15-18 left to go there. Broncos by 24, 55-31. We'll be back on the Broncos Sports Network.
To do this, you must make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer, and a half-court shot in 30 seconds. And the question, you have to get your own rebounds. If you're ready, on your mark, get set, and go. Layup not a problem. Down the free throw. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. All right, got a shot at it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hey, thanks to our sponsor for tonight's Super Truck, the Northwest Dodge Dealer, Chow & Company. Remember to call Chow & Company Insurance, 376-5252, for your insurance needs from Chow & Company Insurance.
And we had our auto body specialist collision of the game. Broadus completely out of control.
Totally.
Down the lane, rammed into not one, not two, but three Broncos. Called auto body specialist for an auto body experience.
Well, the Broncos, good defense underneath there, but you make a move like that, and you come charging into a group of players with that kind of velocity, and you're pretty much coming out of there with an offensive foul. So Broncos going to get the possession.
15-18 left to go. 55-31 right here on the All-State Broncos Sports Network. Boise State up by 24. They've outscored BYU in the second half 15-6. Kenny Wilson in for Boise State. Eric Lane trying to inbound it. Inbounds pass to Wilson. Gets away. He picks it up. It hits the sideline. It will be Boise State's ball.
Yeah, they actually gave that to BYU somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, but the Cougars will inbound.
The ball hit the end line. Apparently hit last by Kenny Wilson.
Yes, it rolled off Wilson's foot.
Broncos' fifth turnover. Inbounds pass. Balderson with it. Pass goes over to Broadus. And he throws it away.
Kurt Cunningham dove in there, got a little piece of that ball, knocked it away, and he's complaining that he should have had a foul called for him because he got pushed down.
28 seconds on the shot clock. BYU inbounds it again.
Shouldn't be able to push down a 275-pounder.
No,
Come on.
He kind of fell. There's a jumper by Broadus from the corner for three. Good. And Broadus keeping them in the game here.
Broadus has brought a little spark to the court. You talked about how fatigued they look. Broadus doesn't look very fatigued.
He's very quick, one of the faster guys on the team, and the Broncos have really had a speed advantage. Cunningham wheels and deals inside. Shot is in and out. Tough roll. Rebound Balderson.
Good move by the big man. He got down to the basket.
Oh, travel by Broadus. They didn't call it. He bounces it down low to Kenny Young going to work inside. Boy, he just faked Reggie Larry out of his socks.
That's twice he's done that to Larry. Tiedemann with the three from the corner, no.
In and out, no good. And the Broncos starting to shoot quick. They lead down to 19 now. BYU coming back a bit. Broadus drives inside, spin move back outside. Kamard for three, good. It's all coming apart here for the Broncos. They're up 16, but there was 24 moments ago. BSU wants a timeout with 14:02 left to go. And BYU now starting to feel pretty good about themselves. Kobe Carl, Matt Bauscher, Matt Nelson all coming back in for Boise State.
Well, when Kamard hit that shot, you heard a little roar come up from the crowd. You got to understand, BYU has fans everywhere.
They do.
And certainly with the LDS faction here in the Treasure Valley, they're going to have a lot of folks coming out to root them on tonight.
They were making a lot of noise early and then not so much, and now they're starting to make noise again.
Well, the Broncos gone flat on the offensive end of the arena here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Need to get that spark back. And young Rashawn Broadus, well, actually, I guess he's a senior, not that young, but Broadus comes in and gives him a little spark. Creates a foul, charge foul, but comes in and hits a big three. Drives, makes a layup.
8-point run here by BYU. They've scored 8 in a row. It's another Geico timeout. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit them at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 55-39, 8-point run here by Brigham Young. Bauscher inbounds pass to Kobe Carl. Carl against Kamard.
Got a little more offensive lineup in the game now for the Broncos. Nelson, Tiedemann, Larry, Carl, and Bauscher.
Carl with the basketball. 13:47 left to go. Kamard on him. 10 on the shot clock. Nice screen from Nelson. Pass in the corner to Larry. Looks at the shot clock. Down to 5. Off to Tiedemann. Drives inside. Free throw line jumper off the rim. No good. Beautiful rebound. Tipped outside by Matt Nelson.
That resets the shot clock for the Broncos.
Broncos can waste about a minute and a half on this possession here. Pass. They need to score, though. And there goes Nelson inside. He was fouled by Plaisted. No call. Rebound, Broadus. Broadus down court quickly. Driving inside, Balderson lays it up. 10 in a row by BYU. 55-41. Bronco lead down to 14. Carl almost loses it into forecourt. 9 turnovers now for Boise State. 6 already here in the second half. With a basketball, driving inside. Reggie Larry's grabbed. There's a pass outside. A long jumper by Bauscher, not good. Rebound placed in. The Broncos not playing in the offense. BYU with a huge comeback here in the second half. Broadus into forecourt. Broadus to placed it. Over to Kamard. And the Broncos shooting still at 51%, but the turnover 6 in this half, hurting Boise State. And the rebounding about even here. Driving inside, Young with just a off-balance shot, missed it badly.
Well, Young
Carl is fouled hard by Kamard, no call.
They're not getting any calls here. There's another foul.
Pass goes over to Tiedemann as BYU was trapping in the corner.
Well, they're trapping and slapping.
Look how tired Kamard is, though. Stepping on his tongue out here.
Well, Kobe needs to take him to the hole, and right now.
Carl, double teamed, pass to Reggie Larry at the free throw line. Kicks it over to Tiedemann with 10 on the shot clock. Inside 12 minutes now. Tiedemann. And BYU is grabbing and pushing and shoving, and Balderson hits the deck and is called for the foul. Only the second foul in the second half against BYU. 11:53 left to go. Starting to get too interesting for my liking. 55-41, BYU on a 10-point run. We'll be back on the All-State Broncos Sports Network.
Just go to Lobby 1 to pick up your prize.
here early in the second half, and the Broncos led by 15 at halftime, then went up by 24. Now 10 straight points makes it a 14-point game, but they've only lost 1 point off the halftime lead, but they haven't scored in 4 minutes.
I thought we were going to have a nice leisurely blowout tonight, but Broncos going to make it a little interesting, keep the fans in the stands.
All right, Boise State basketball, inbounds pass to Nelson. The Broncos need to score here, 33 on the shot clock, 11:49 left to go. Nelson, pass goes over to Matt Boucher. Boucher against Broadus, takes it outside, screens for Kobe. Kobe with the basketball. Penetrates, Burgess grabs a hold of him, kicks it out to Reggie Larry, a 3 by Larry. Good! Oh boy, what a big shot by Reggie Larry.
Well, I didn't know he could shoot the 3, but apparently he can. He just dropped that one in.
That is his first 3 in 4 tries this year. Young with a basketball over to Burgess. Broncos by 17. Should have been an offensive foul on Broadus. Scoops it up there, not good. Rebound underneath. BYU stepped on the line. Boise State ball as Burgess got the rebound but came down out of bounds.
Big break for the Broncos there. An offensive rebound by BYU for naught.
Carl in the backcourt with 11:05 left to go. 17-point Bronco lead. Across the timeline, double high post, pass on the right post to Reggie Larry. Drops it off to Matt Nelson. Broncos at 3-point range. We got Chuck, as they say, called on Rashawn Broadus. His second foul. Chuck is a good way to put it. He's a hard-nosed little guy.
Boucher inbounds underneath the Bronco basket.
Matt Nelson with it. Hand it off to Kobe Carl. 32 on the shot clock. Nelson with it. Down low. Drives inside. Lays it in left-handed. Nice.
Matt Nelson, what a quick move around the big 6'11 senior from BYU. He left him standing still.
Nelson and Larry now both in double figures. Placed it down low. Turnaround jumper short. Great defense by Nelson. Rebound. Placed it up and in. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, as Dan Patrick says. 8 points for Trent Plaisted. Across the timeline, Boucher with a basketball for Boise State. Pass over to Kobe Carl. Boy, he gets chucked.
Yeah,
they jammed him. Sam Burgess picks up his first foul. Eric Lane getting ready to come back in, and Kamard, who was noticeably tired earlier, comes in replacing Balderson. I think that eye's bleeding. Out he comes. Kobe Carl. Inbound pass to Eric Lane out near midcourt. 10-13 left to go. Broncos by 17.
Lane's been on the pine for a while.
Has been. High post pass to Nelson. Drops it off to Boucher. Screens for him. Boucher should have shot it. Pass goes to Reggie Larry. Larry zips it over to Kobe. Broncos running motion here. And wasting a lot of clock. Boucher off to Matt Nelson. Nelson, 15-footer. Wide open is not taken. And there we have a trip on Broadus. Broadus starting to pick up fouls. That's his third foul here in the second half. Maybe that's why he didn't play a lot.
Well, we've seen Broadus and Burgess both come in for the Cougars and both get very physical out there on the court. So that obviously is Coach Dave Rose's M.O.
Oh, beautiful inbounds pass by Carl. And then Nelson dribbled it out a little too far. Was stolen by Keeney Young. What a great inbounds pass, though. Burgess with the basketball. Pass down low to Young against Nelly. Pump fake. Shot is up and in.
Talented player, Keeney Young. Averages 16 points a game, 6 rebounds.
And do forecourt with a basketball. Kobe Curry better hurry. He's finally across at 9 seconds. Pass over to E. Lane. Eric, head of the lane. Right-hand dribble. Pass to Boucher. Broncos running their offense out really high, hoping to get some backdoor stuff inside. Larry with it. Boise State's going to take a 30-second timeout.
The attendance report is brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's. Tonight's attendance here at Taco Bell Arena, 5,025 Bronco fans in attendance tonight here.
Got some of the late games underway now. Washington leading Idaho 7-4 early. Fresno State up 2-0 on Montana State. Santa Clara and Hawaii tied at 11 with 12.5 minutes left in the first half, and San Jose State and St. Mary's tied early at 2.
And a reminder, all Bronco basketball games are streamed live and archived at www.670kboi.com. powered by fiber pipe.
Plasted, Burgess, Broadus, Camard, and Young in for BYU. Lane, Robinson, Boucher, Cunningham, and Carl in for Boise State. Top-ranked Ohio State and North Carolina tied at 48. If I wasn't here, I'd be watching that game. Carl drives inside. Shot is up and in. Great drive by Kobe.
That's the third time tonight Carl has gotten a little bit of an edge on his defender, and he has just fought his way to the basket.
Changed the angle that time. Didn't use the glass. Shot before the defender thought he would.
That's a tough shot, too, because you got to have a lot of touch on the ball to make that.
Brought us to Camard, over to Young. Young to Sam Burgess. Looked like he traveled, and placed it, just bashes into Cunningham. They're going to call a foul on Kurt, and he's going, what?
You know, even when the big guy's bashing to Cunningham, for some reason it looks like Kurt's doing the bashing. I don't know. I guess the biggest guy gets the foul in that deal.
Second foul on Kurt. It's only in the whole game the sixth foul against Boise State. Second team foul in the second half. 8:35 left to go. Broncos by 17. Almost stolen the inbounds pass. Robinson tips it. I'm not sure. And as Boucher went for it, Burgess
rode him right out of bounds.
Yeah, shoved him out of bounds.
Got his hand on his hip and rode him right into the stands over here on the side.
Boucher looked at the official.
What is that?
Said, how was that fair? Down low to placed it. Backs inside. A left-handed hook. Not good. Rebound. Kobe Carl for Boise State. Nice job by Kobe.
Kirk Cunningham, nice defense, too, on the big play stat. He held his ground, forced the big man out to the 10-foot range to shoot that hook shot.
Yeah, Playstad has not had a good night. 3 of 8 shooting. 8 points and only 2 rebounds. Bronco basketball. Boucher with it to Lane. Boise State in the half-court O. Lane backs out, takes a 3 short. Rebound with 8 minutes left to go. Goes to Brigham Young. Down court quickly. Camard throws it away. Malaman couldn't catch it. Timeout on the court. 7:55 left to go. Broncos by 17, 62-45 on the All-State Broncos Sports Network.
Don't forget to catch a repeat of tonight's BSU versus BYU basketball game on 24/7. Game replays tonight at 11, tomorrow at 1, 7:30, and 11 p.m. You get 24/7 on TV.
Could fire 10-point run. Boise State has done a good job of trading baskets with Brigham Young. And actually, Boise State has increased the lead by 3. It's now 17, and the Broncos have the basketball.
Well, we were talking about sometimes when you get behind by 23, 24 points, how much energy it takes to make those comeback spurts. The Broncos have kind of weathered that storm for right now and have gotten back into a little offensive rhythm of their own.
56% shooting in the second half for Boise State.
Excellent shooting overall tonight for the Broncos. They have to be pretty happy with that, and they're controlling the turnover game.
Bronco basketball, inbounds pass to Seth Robinson. Broncos a little discombobulated, but Robbie brings it across.
Robbie acting like a guard.
Whoa, he almost threw that one to you. Nice catch by Eric Lane.
I had it, though. I had it.
Yeah, I know you did. Lane to Carl, down low, kicks it back outside. The Broncos using the clock excellently. Reverse layup, boy, point blank by Robinson. He missed it.
Yeah, he couldn't take it up off the glass, so he just tried to flip it in. It didn't go.
Long 3 by Camard, not good. Rebound, Kirk
Look at the big man, Cunningham, holding his ground.
Down court, pass to Carl, to Eric Lane, left-hand wing. Lane penetrates, backs it back outside. Clock is the Broncos' friend now. 7:16 left to go in the game. Cunningham, high post to Robinson. Robbie 15-footer. Boy, in and out again. Very close.
Looked like a heck of a shot. It just did not go down. Hit the back of the rim, bounced out.
7:02 left to go. That'll bring Reggie Larry off the bench. Ainge to Kamard. Down low to Plaisted. Good job by Cunningham to keep Plaisted from getting the ball down low. Kamard drives, shoots, misses. Rebound. Kamard took it away from Cunningham. Out to Ainge for three. Good.
Well, the Broncos kind of deserved that three-point shot to land in their face.
First three for Ainge tonight, though.
That was just really a lack of effort on the boards by the Broncos defensively. They let the man that shoots the ball come right to the basket and got the rebound.
And you mentioned it. BYU expended a lot of energy in coming back from 24 down. Robinson drives inside, shot. Now he's made three bad ones in a row.
And the shot clock does not reset. I hope the Broncos see that.
15 on it. Carl with the rebound, backs it outside. And Kamard knocks the ball into backcourt. Now I guess Kamard didn't hit it. Might have hit Kobe's shoe. I think maybe that's what happened. Nelson and Larry coming back in, and the Bronco fans go, okay.
Well, Reggie Larry, what a line he's got going tonight. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field.
Yeah, almost identical with Nelson, though. 12.7 rebounds.
Yeah, they've been the twin towers of power down underneath.
Plaisted with the basketball out on the wing. The Broncos would like to see him stay out there. Pass to Rose. First time he's been in the game. Nephew of the coach. Over to Tavernari. Tavernari to Kennard. Back over to Rose. Rose a three-point shooter, as is Tavernari. Tavernari to Kamar. Everybody on this team. Rose to Tavernari. Drives inside. Shot is way short. Rebound. Eric Lane. Good job. Weaves his way through traffic. Is fouled by Ainge. Look at Ainge. Ainge goes, I never touched him. First foul on Austin Ainge. 5:39 left to go in the ball game. 62-48 Boise State. And Eric Lane needs to make some free throws here. 0 for 2 tonight. 3 for 11 on the year. Relax, E. Free throw. Good.
And Anthony Thomas is sitting over here waiting to check in for Eric Lane. So it'd be nice for Lane to go out with a couple points under his belt.
Eric on the night with 6. Second free throw long. Rebound. Matt Nelson knocked away from Nelson by Reggie Larry. And a 2-on-2 break. Foul on Boucher. That was a good foul. Really kept Balderson from getting a layup. And he shouldn't even shoot, I don't think.
Now that's going to be on the drive. He was kicking the ball out to the three-point man who did make the ball, but it is not going to count. Tyler Tiedemann in. Anthony Thomas in the ball game for the Broncos.
Boy, some tight games going. San Jose and St. Mary's tied. Hawaii and Santa Clara tied. Idaho down by 1 to Washington. Long three by Ainge. Good. Well, he didn't make any in the first half. He's hit a couple in a row now. 63-51 down to a dozen with 5:19 left. Tiedemann with a basketball. Comes outside. Flips it over to Kobe Carl. That's a foul. Balderson need him, then hit him. There's a pass in the corner to Tiedemann. The Broncos want the clock to move, though. They don't care if the whistle is blown.
Well, I believe the rules were revised some years ago where you can't play defense with your hand on the offensive man, but not apparently tonight.
Tiedemann with a wide-open three, short, rebound, kicked out, picked up by Balderson. He traveled, no call, stolen by Anthony Thomas. AT with a huge steal. What a hustle.
And just a hustle play, Paul J.
Down court to Kobe, out to Thomas. Broncos making them chase with 4.5 minutes left to go in the ball game and a 12-point lead. Thomas with the basketball. Ainge guards him, kicks it back out to Kobe Carl. Carl, head of the lane. Pass to Reggie Larry, takes another three. No good, he's knocked down.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Plaisted. He pushed Matt Nelson right out from under the basket.
That is number 4 on Plaisted. Well, leave him in, I would anyway, with 4:15 left to go, and he's about your hope here. Eric Lane coming back in for Boise State, and Keeney Young coming back in for Hawaii, replacing Plaisted.
Matt Nelson going to the charity stripe for a 1-and-1.
Nelson on the year 69% free throw shooter. Free throw, no. Broncos killing themselves from the free throw line. Good as a turnover. BYU into forecourt, down a dozen, 4:07 left. And a foul on Anthony Thomas as he got Ainge as he went up for the shot. Ainge has not taken a free throw this year. Can you believe that?
That
I
is
guess
hard to
he's
believe.
a standstill three-point shooter, though.
Apparently he doesn't try to penetrate too much, but he's going to get his first shot.
Well, he tried there. 63-51. Austin Ainge, free throw is good. It's getting too close for my liking here, Larry. 63-52. Second free throw, good. 10-point ball game. Inbounds pass to Tyler Tiedemann against Balderson. Ooh, Reggie Leary, you don't want him with the ball. Pass goes to Eric Lane. Lane battles his way literally in the forecourt. Pass to Anthony Thomas. Thomas drives inside, lays it in. Great play by 18, the young freshman.
How about the young guy from Mansfield, Texas, driving it right to the hole, and there's an answer by Comard for a three.
So it's now single digits, 65-56. A long three by Comard with 3:40 left. Timeout. And the Broncos lead is down to 9. We'll return on the Allstate Broncos Sports Network. The starters back in there. And it's Bronco ball, 3:40 left to go. The lead is down to 9. It was 24. So BYU has taken 15 points off this once big Bronco lead. Almost a backcourt violation there.
Great hands by Eric Lane to keep that ball in front of him.
High post pass to Matt Nelson. Nelly hands it off to Kobe. Kobe backs it into the corner. Carl over to Eric Lane. 12 on the shot clock. 3:15 left to go. Down low they go to Nelson. Broncos need to get a shot here. 7 seconds. 6. Pass to Tiedemann. They won't even get a shot off. Steal by Balderson. And Balderson is fouled by Kobe Carl. Carl is really angry. They call that an intentional foul?
I don't believe so. No, I don't think there was an intentional call.
Carl thought he just blocked the shot. First foul on Kobe. And now BYU gets a chance to cut this thing down to 7 with 3 minutes left. A lot of time. And the Broncos starting to get a little tight, the collars. 3:03 left to go. 30-second timeout here. Is this a full? This is a full. 65-56 Boise State on the Allstate Broncos Sports Network.
Balderson shooting 2.
3 seconds left to go. 65-56. Now 65-57 as Balderson makes his first free throw. 3:03 left to go. The Broncos' big guys have not scored since a Matt Nelson basket nearly 8 minutes ago. Second free throw good, down to 7. Broncos need to score on this possession.
They've been getting pressed every time they've brought the ball out of bounds now, the last 4 times down the court.
Boy, it almost turned over by Eric Lane. Remains in backcourt inside of 3 minutes now. E with a pass to Kobe Carl. They're trying to look at they're fouling Boise State like crazy. No call. Nelson gets knocked over by Balderson, and they give the ball to Boise State with 20 on the shot clock. That was a foul, if you ask me. He tackled him from behind. At least the Broncos get the ball. It could have been worse. BYU, got to give them credit. They are coming back. They are fighting back. Inbounds pass in the backcourt to Eric Lane. 15 on the shot clock. E across the timeline. Broncos need to score. Pass to Matt Boucher. Boucher against Balderson. 8 on the shot clock. 7-6 on the shot clock. High post pass to Tiedemann. 3 on the shot clock. Out to Carl. Deep 3. Nope. And the rebound, Boise State. Long 3. No good by Eric Lane. Why'd he take that shot? And a foul on Matt Nelson. Broncos in some trouble here. The only good thing there is they wasted about 40 seconds.
Well, they could have wasted about 30 more if Elaine hadn't jacked that 3 up, but he decided he had an open shot. He took it. Didn't go down, so it turned over to the Cougars.
In the forecourt, Ainge, off-balance jumper. He's fouled at three-point range by Nelson. Oh, no. And this guy's about a 100% free throw shooter. 4th foul on Nelly. Ainge has not missed a free throw this year. If you were paying attention, he hadn't taken one before this game. He will shoot 3. This could be a 4-point game here with 2:14 left to go, and the Broncos have blown most of a 24-point lead. Free throw good. They've gone from very good to very tentative. This could really destroy this team if they don't win this ball game. Free throw good.
Ainge had to give that a little body English to get it to go in, but it went.
Broncos led 60-41 and have been outscored 20-4 since then. Amazing how this team just stopped. Inbounds pass to Matt Boucher. Boucher will be trapped. You hear the coaches yelling timeout. The Broncos don't hear it. Into forecourt, Boise State basketball. Lane kicks it out to Kobe Carl. 23 on the shot clock. 2 minutes left to go. Carl lob pass inside to Nelson. Goes up with it. Scores and is fouled. Oh, big feed. Big basket by Matt Nelson.
And I hate to say, we said something about this earlier, but that's the first time they've gotten the ball down underneath either Nelson or Larry in the last 10 minutes.
Yep. And Nelson going to the free throw line. Not sure who that foul was on.
It was on
45.
Tavernari.
Tavernari's first foul. Come on, Nelly. Bronco lead is 6. 67-61. Free throw good. Boy, that was huge. 68-61, a minute 55 left to go. Crowd back in it. Ainge across the timeline, double team, fires to a wide open Keeney Young. Hits a jumper from the corner. Two-pointer. And the lead is 5.
Go, Elaine, you got numbers.
Yeah, Lane in the forecourt. Now a minute 39 left, and there's a foul on Balderson. Picked the right guy to foul. Jimmy B picks up his second. And Eric Lane, 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight, will shoot 2.
Broncos in the double bonus, 10 team fouls against BYU. Broncos with 17 fouls.
Free throw by Lane, good. Huge free throw from a guy shooting about 25% from the free throw line. 69-63. Broncos by 6. Second free throw. Good. 2 big free throws by Eric Lane. A minute 35 left to go. The Broncos have 70 now. 70-53. Kurt Cunningham in for Matt Nelson. Nelson with 4 fouls. Ainge across the timeline. Lane on him. Ainge with a spin move. Drives inside. Lays it off to Young for the layup. It's good.
Good
and
vision.
Timeout BYU.
And good vision by Ainge to see the cutter Young coming down the baseline. Lost his man defensively and just took it right to the hole.
70-65. A minute 26 left to go. And the Broncos' second half shooting starting to tail off now as they are below 50% on the game. Shooting down in the lower 40s here in the second half. The rebounding edge is now only 7. The Broncos had out-rebounded them 2-1 in the first half. BYU just playing harder, I think, in the second half.
Well, they are right now, and the Broncos, a little bit of, I don't want to call it a delay game, but it is almost a delay game until the last offensive sequence where they got it down underneath the Matt Nelson. And that was a positive thing for the Broncos. And another positive for them, only 9 turnovers in this ball game. Very manageable number.
Broncos will inbound it. Kobe Carl, inbounds pass in the corner to Boucher. He'll immediately be trapped and fouled foul is called on Kamard. Lee Kamard, that is his 3rd foul. Nope, it's his 4th. 4th foul on Lee Kamard. He joins Trent Plaisted as guys with 4 fouls. Matt Boucher to shoot 2. He has not made a free throw this year. Free throw? Nope, still hasn't. Ouch. 70-65. Minute 23 left to go in the ball game. Broncos need to make this to make it a 3-possession game. No, it still won't. It'll still be 2. The way these guys shoot threes. Second free throw. Nope, missed them both. Ouch. 5-point lead. Here comes BYU, just full of confidence. Placed it. That's got to be an offensive foul. He didn't call it. Amazing. Rebound. Kenny Young shot no good. Rebound. Carl, he's fouled. My goodness, Trent placed it, just blasted into Kurt Cunningham on a drive. No call, he missed the shot. Rebound, Keena Young put it up, missed it. Rebound, Kobe Carl, and he was fouled.
Austin Ainge going to pick up that foul, but what do you call it under the basket there, Paul? Would that be incidental contact?
I don't know. Not when you knock a guy over. Good defense by Cunningham, even without the call. Free throw. No! Broncos missed 3 in a row. Kobe Carl with his first miss of the night, and everything coming up short, which means nerves. Nelson and Larry back in. Carl needs this free throw. The Broncos, with 1:11 left to go, lead by 6. Free throw. Missed it. Missed 4 in a row. They are trying their best to give this game to BYU. Ainge into forecourt. Jumper for 3. Good. This is a 2-point, 1-possession game with 1 minute left to go. And the air has been completely sucked out of this place. No oxygen left in Taco Bell Arena. And the Broncos take a timeout. And their heads are hanging as they come off the court. They have blown a 24-point lead in the second half. I don't know what to say, Larry. They have completely stopped.
Well, 4 misses from the free throw line. I mean, that's demoralizing enough. And then Ainge comes down, takes the ball off of his screen, takes an off-balance 3-point shot, and of course it goes down, hits the bottom of the net, nothing but the net.
No accident with that guy, though. He shoots 69% from 3-point range.
Absolutely, and the Broncos right now have got to, 1, take care of the inbounds play. They're going to get pressed full court. And then they've got to try to do something offensively, or at the very least, make a couple of free throws.
They will be fouled, there's no doubt. They've missed 4 free throws in a row. And they have some guys in there. Well, they got the guys in there who have missed them. Boucher and Carl. And incredible pressure being put on by BYU. They better hurry up and get it in. They do. Inbounds pass to Nelson. Hands it off to Kobe Carl. 55 seconds left to go in the game. Broncos lead by 2. Carl moves into forecourt against Kamard. Hands it off to Eric Lane. Lane penetrates, fires in the corner to Boucher, kicks it out to Tiedemann. Thought about shooting, didn't do it. 42 seconds left to go. Lane with the basketball. 14 on the shot clock. E lost it. And they call a jump ball, and it's Boise State's ball. Whoa. Unbelievable. The shot clock doesn't reset, I don't think, because there wasn't a change of possession. Now we got a big discussion. I don't think it resets. Does it, Larry?
I don't believe unless the other team gains possession.
Yeah, they didn't. So still 9 on the shot clock. The shot clock would be off.
Coach Dave Rose saying there was a jump ball in this half.
I think it should be BYU's ball. Now we've got a long discussion here. Got to go with the arrow, though.
I don't think there were any tie-ups, and Boise State inbounded the ball BYU inbounded the ball at the start of the second half. So
they did. Inbounds pass. Only 9 on the shot clock. Still in backcourt across the timeline. Drives inside. Kicks it out to Carl. Long three. Not good. Rebound BYU, and they could win it. 20 seconds left to go. The way they shoot threes, they could just nail it and win it. 70-68. Ainge drives inside. Stolen away by Lane. He drives down court and lays it up. He missed it. 8 seconds left to go, but he was fouled. Got to make some free throws.
Well, what a great steal by E. Lane.
Big play.
And I know, he had the breakaway. He wanted to take it to the hole and try to score. And he went up strong with it, but great defense there by the Cougars kept him from scoring, but he did pick up the foul. Now E. Lane's going to shoot some.
And Kamard is fouled out with 8 seconds left to go in the game.
BYU's going to take a timeout, try to ice Eric just a little bit.
Eric, tonight, 3 of 6, but he's made 3 of his last 4. He needs to make these free throws. Make these free throws, you got the ball game. Boise State has missed 4 consecutive free throws. The Broncos led by 24 early in the second half, 55-31, with 15:49 left to go. And they have lost that lead. Never been behind, though.
Well, Eric Lane just needs to take a couple deep breaths, stroke those balls in, and it should be irrelevant at that point.
All right, Lane will shoot 2. These are free, I hear. That's why they call them free throws. But there's a lot of pressure on E right now. Senior eyes the hoop. Free throw, airborne. Good. 3-point Bronco lead, 71-68.
That one was an adventure. It bounced a couple times before it went in, but it did make it.
Thing of beauty, if you ask me. It went, it counts. Second free throw by Lane.
Money.
Good. That one was swoosh right away. Bronco lead is 4 with 8.6 seconds left to go. Anthony Thomas in for Matt Nelson.
Well, you still need to play tough D, but do not foul. Stay in the face of the offensive man, but don't foul him.
Make him move the ball. Broadus penetrates. Can't shoot. Good defense by Lane. Knocked it away. Kicks it out to Ainge. Less than a second left, and the Broncos win 72-68 as Ainge's shot goes off to the right at the bucket. And the Broncos hang on.
Oh, baby. That's about probably the biggest understatement you've had tonight, Paul J. They did just hang on. Eric Lane with 2 clutch free throws, 8.6 on the clock, and the Bronco defenders get the job done with the rest of that clock, and they walk out of here with the W.
As you miss the free throws, the basket becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and it got pretty small, and then Eric Lane got a little wider at the end.
Can you imagine Eric Lane's chest when he saw that ball bounce on the rim when it was first free throw, then it hit the glass, and then it dropped in. After that, he swished the second one, but that was huge, and the Bronco defense at the end there was pretty huge, too. How about Anthony Thomas with a little defense, Eric Lane with some defense down the stretch? They get it done.
24-point lead went down to 2 before the Broncos win by 4. Final score, 72-68, and this game is over. Lock, stock, and barrel. Go to the Lock, stock, and barrel for famous prime rib, hand-carved steaks, soup, and salad bar. And then take a deep breath because the Broncos back in the win column. 72-68, our final. We'll be back with a post-game show. You're listening to the All-State Broncos Sports Network.
And 7-10 from the field. 1-2 from the free throw line. Had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and ended the night with 15 points. That's yours. Carl Jr., player of the game, Matt Nelson. Don't forget to catch a repeat of tonight's game on 24/7. The game we plays tonight at 11, tomorrow at 1, 7:30, and 11. You can get 24/7 on cable channel 28 or digital channel 7.2 or UHF channel 49. Broncos' next home game is Wednesday, the 29th. Now that would be tonight. Next home game will be, or the next game is in Missoula, Sunday. This game starts at 2 o'clock and can be heard on 670 KBOI. The next home game is Wednesday, December 6th against Montana State. For scorer, Ray Stark.